Hey guys, Namaste and welcome back to our YouTube channel Tutor Pratik. In today's CSS session, we are going to learn how to create a gradient color backgrounds just by using the CSS style properties. We can create easily linear radial gradient color backgrounds by using just single properties in CSS. So to learn how to create these gradient color backgrounds just by using single property in CSS, please keep watch our video till end. And before we start, if you still haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please do subscribe our YouTube channel and press the bell button that it will be notified whenever we publish our new session videos. So let's begin today's session. And first, in our web body, let's create one div with ID box. Let's give the properties for our box ID. Let's give some width, 500 pixel and height to 400 pixel. Now for giving the gradient background color to our this box element, we have a property background image, and inside this, for giving the linear gradient color, we will use linear dash gradient and give a small bracket, and inside it we can add two or multiple color names like red, green. Now we can see that in our box div we have two red and green gradient color. We can give any of the color that we want to add inside our linear gradient, like yellow. For giving the multiple colors for our gradient, we will just use this comma separator for giving multiple color names. Now we can see that we have 1, 2, 3 and 4 colored linear gradient background. We can see that our linear gradient is started from top to bottom. We can also change the direction of our colors inside this linear gradient. Like if you want to change this default top to bottom direction into left to right side, we have to add one value inside this bracket to right. And similarly, we can also change the direction to the diagonal style. For example, if you want to change this linear gradient direction to this diagonal, we can change the direction as right bottom. And also let's add one more color, green. We can just give the position value like left, and our linear gradient direction will be changed as we given in this value. Along with this, we can also give the angle values for defining the direction for our linear gradient. For this, on start of this bracket, we will give the value 125 DEG. Now our linear gradient will be directed as per our this angle value that we given on the start of our bracket. By using this linear gradient, we can also give the rainbow color gradient background for our table. For creating this rainbow gradient background color, I just give the direction to the right side and give the multiple color names as it appears in the rainbow. And along with this, we can also make a transparency for our colors. For giving the transparency values for our colors, we will use any of the color system values. Like let's use RGBA color system and let's give the values to 55000. Then let's give the another color RGBA, and inside this we will give the same color red. But for the last value alpha, we will change the value to 1. So we can see that it is started from the 0 transparency and gradually increased to the maximum 1 opacity value. If you want to learn detail about this RGBA color value, by which how we can make a color and give a alpha value for making the transparency, You can check our previous session CSS opacity video. You can get the link for that video on our video description, and also you can find on the I button of this video. Now let's move to the another radial gradient. For creating the radial gradient, we will use this radial gradient value instead of this linear. Let's change the radial, and inside the bracket we can give the values like red and yellow. Now here our box element has the radial gradient background. Similarly, we can also add multiple colors for our radial gradient like green, blue, pink. And inside this radial gradient, we can give the percentage value for each color that we want to create for our radial gradient background. Like, let's give 15% for this red color, 60% for this yellow color, and 25%. So by just giving the space after the color name and give the percentage makes the color percentage for that specific color. And as we give the direction in our linear gradient, we can also give the shape name for our radial gradient. For this, like we can give the shape name circle, and we will get the circular radial gradient. And similarly, as circle shape, we can give another values like closest side, farthest side, closest corner, and farthest corner. And if you want to make a repeating radial gradient, for this, inside this background image property, we will give the value repeating dash radial gradient, and inside this we can give the color names like red, green, and let's give 10% for this green color, and yellow, and let's give 15% for the yellow color. Now we can see that we have repeating radial gradient color background for our div element. Similarly, we can also use this repeating property for our linear gradient. Let's change it to linear, and we can see that we have repeating a linear gradient background. In this way, we can easily create any of the colored designed gradient backgrounds for our web elements. That's all for today. We will come back soon with new interesting session videos. Until then, take care and goodbye.